Stuka Joe here for another infamous unboxing video, because unboxing videos are undeniably the beauty pageants of war games. And today we're going to unbox 1866, The Struggle for Supremacy in Germany by Compass Games, designed by John Fierer. And this game just came out recently, and we have portraits of four monarchs that were involved in the conflict: Napoleon III of France, Victor Emmanuel II of Italy, William or Wilhelm I from Prussia, and Emperor Franz Joseph I from Austria. Let's take a look at the back of the box. An unexpected victory. I have a picture of the map. You can see it's point to point. The units, we have leaders and combat units. It's for 2 players, unit scale, division, and corps. And the playing time is, well, depends. A campaign game can go up to 5 hours, not bad. Complexity medium, solitaire suitability average. This is a card-driven game. And card-driven games are not very solo-friendly unless you become a little creative, I suppose. 244 counters, which are 1/2 inch and 5/8 of an inch. So let's take a look at what's inside the box. A standard Compass game box, as you can see. Here we have the rule book. It is not glossy, it's matte, and the whole book comes in at 28 pages, but the rules are not that long actually. The rules go up to page 11. Now when I see a card-driven game with 11 pages of rules, I say, well, that can be good or bad, because card-driven games usually take more than that. So if everything is in there, that's great that it's only 11 pages. I hope nothing's missing. Here we have the scenarios. Apparently 2 scenarios. And in page 12, you have an extended example of play. These are always good. Take you step by step. You have designer notes starting at page 17, which are pretty substantial. That's good also. See what the designer was thinking in terms of decisions, how to represent this conflict. Optional rules start page 20. And we have the operation cards explanation chart, pages 22 and 23. Oh, continue. So yeah, I like this, this follow through on a game. You have the cards, what do they represent? And here we have setups for the mobilization to war scenario and the 7 weeks war setup. So that's the rule book. There's cards. I believe these are 54 cards. Let's crack them open. Okay, so here we are. And you can see there's the ops number at the top left. And I haven't read the rules, but I suppose that this event can be used by both sides because you have both sides' colors. Different from, example, this event. That is the Army of the Elbe, which in this game the Prussians are blue, so it's a Prussian exclusive event. And this would be an Allied event here, Austrian event. So you have events, and cards are classified. This is a response card. So you have response cards. Well, these are all together. Event. So there's an event card, I suppose. They're well illustrated. It's there's an epoch here, the mobilization epoch, and it's in the bottom. In Paths of Glory, you're used to seeing the epoch on top. Here we have the war, another epoch. So it appears that you have 2 kinds of cards, war and mobilization cards. And you have event cards, response cards. In total, 54. I think their layout is fine, nicely done. And I like the backs that replicate the box cover. Very well done. Now let's continue here. We have the Compass Games 2017 catalog included. There's 2 dice, 6-sided die, yellow and gray. Here we have our map. It's a point-to-point map. We'll open it and show it very soon. And here we have the player aids, 2 identical player aids printed on both sides. You have the siege table with modifiers, sequence of play outline, battle resolution table, so you only have one battle table or combat table, attrition table, operations point table, and here in the back side we have a terrain effects chart, which is pretty small, and victory point table. They still had more space. Apparently wasn't needed. And here's the counter sheet. These are the half-inch counters, and the French are red in this game, not blue, they're red. And you have several German minor powers here, Bavarians, Hanoverians, and others, Württembergians, I suppose, I don't know how you pronounce that. They have the Austrians in gray, the Italians in green. There's a Hungarian division there in orange. Then we have the Prussians in blue, dark blue. And we have some control markers, round markers. And now we have the large 5/8 of an inch units. These are core sized, different from the ones that we saw before, which are division sized. And there's some pretty significant ones when you look at these 7 strength core units for the French, and this 8 strength unit here for, I suppose these are allied to the Prussians, I suppose. Not sure about that. Then we have the Austrians. Have a pretty strong 6 combat factor unit there. We have destroyed markers, more controlled markers. In the back of the destroyed markers, there's besieged markers. And we have the symbols here for the Prussians. And these are the Austrians. The counter sheet, its artwork is fine, thickness is standard, everything is very readable. Now let's take a look at the map. Here's the map. As stated before, it's point to point, and it shows Central Europe. Starting here we have the Kingdom of Prussia here in the north in gray. I like that the regions and the kingdoms are color-coded. You see Mecklenburg, Hanover there in red, Westphalia to the south, or Westphalia, I don't know. Thuringian states, Hesse-Kassel, the Palatinate, and it says apparently it's under Bavarian control. And here we have the French Empire in red with red spaces. And the fortresses are those 8 pointed figures there, 8 points. And of course Paris is here. Got Baden, Württemberg, Hesse, Darmstadt, and the Kingdom of Bavaria, its principal city Munich. And that hexagon, what does that mean? It's just a capital, it's not a fortress. Interesting. And we are venturing into the Austrian Empire, which is yellow, kind of yellow-orange. And it has a border with Prussia. This is where most of the action, I suppose, is going to happen between those two kingdoms or empires. Thuringian states. And the Austrian Empire is considerable. Looking here at Hungary. Map goes all the way south here to Bosnia and Serbia, but apparently these areas are not playable. But that's not all. To the west, we've got the Kingdom of Italy, and it's a pretty busy map here. A lot of spaces. And the spaces seem to be a little small, so I don't know if we're going to have any issues with the counters there, because the spaces themselves seem to be the square ones, with luck, a ½ inch, but we'll have to wait till we play it to see. So the map also has a battle resolution table here. So we have it on the player aid card, as well as the siege table and the attrition table. We have it also on the map. There's also a victory points track. So the Austrians in yellow, Prussians in white. And the map legend is also very helpful. The terrain types and other symbology. Now at this other end, we have some tracks. We have the Austrian operational phase track, the force pool. We place eliminated units, generals, corps, support units. And here we have the war record track. That would be, I suppose, the turn track, and mobilization record track. So apparently there's some process involved in relation to mobilization. We have the same spaces for the Prussians, operational phase, Prussian force pool. So this is 1866, struggle for supremacy in Germany. Card-driven game. I intend to give it a test drive, but I'm going to use my CDG solo method, the new one for 2017, see how it plays. I don't know if I'll do a video of it. Not yet, but at least I'll give it a try using the method, see if it's more solo friendly. And so here it is, 1866, Compass Games. This is Stuka Joe signing off for now. Thanks for watching.